So we got Monallo in the house, and man, you've been busy.
It's been a busy start to the year for sure, man. But happy I could swing by and hang out with you guys for a little bit today.
Man, we really appreciate that.
Yeah.
We love your music. We love what you do, and you and Mark Mulch are going to be doing the Songwriter Showcase upstairs at the Ready Room.
Yeah, you guys are you're booking pretty far ahead for my taste. And, I can't plan where I'm going to be next month, but Mark texted me. He's like, hey, did you sign up for Tiki Man yet? I was like, no, I didn't text him till like July last year.
Oosh.
He's like, oh, they're booked, man. I was like, no. And then he's like, don't worry, you can play with me. I was like, cool, Mark. So yeah, Mark hooked me up there.
Well,
that'll be a lot of fun.
You were able to, we debuted that last year, and you were one of the first ones to get up there and do that. And what a great room that is.
Oh, so fun.
This year, Reef Rum is going to be sponsoring all 3 nights. So there'll be Reef Rum tastings upstairs.
Oh, that's great.
At the Ready Room, and it's going to be, nice air conditioning. For those guys who go out and play on these sunset cruises, right? It can get windy, and then you got rain, and I don't know how many of them over the years it's like, well, we're going to have to cancel the sunset, because it's raining or whatever, It's hot. All your gear is moving around. If you drop your guitar pick, it's gone, man.
Oh, yeah.
And you don't have to worry about that up there.
No, it was an awesome room to play. We had a lot of fun there last year.
And it's air conditioned.
Air conditioned.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you got
nice
your
break.
own bartender up there. It's very nice.
The room never leaves.
No, she took real good care of us last year up there, too. It was a real nice time. Yeah,
That's cool, man.
Looking forward to doing that with Mark again this year. It'll be a lot of fun.
And we're excited, because originally I was going to try to get Mark and Kirsty and all of them down there, and then Mark's like, man, I got friends all over Key West. I want to be a part of this. I'm like, well, come on, man, have some fun with us. What a great guy he is.
He's a good dude.
We just got to meet Mark through, he came down and did a show with Tropical Country one time, and since then he and I have really developed a pretty good relationship, and man, he's just
I love his hair.
Yeah.
He's got the best hair.
Good hair. He's got good hair. As every guy in here that has a hat on,
I know. He's got the best hair.
Early promo, Mark is our guest on Wednesday in studio. He's like Monallo. He's passing through, heading to New Jersey to go to, I think, finally go on vacation. So he's going to make a stop at our place and be on the show on Wednesday. So
very cool.
Oh, that's awesome.
Very cool. Well, he's very talented. But let's talk about you, man. You've been writing some new music, and so we played that song last week or a week before, or whatever, that you and Donnie worked together on.
Yeah. So that one, Donnie wrote, I think, with his brother, and he called me up and said, "Hey, you want to be on this track?" And I didn't know which one he was talking about, but I'd seen him like the week before play live somewhere, and I was like, man, I kind of hope it's that one Ship in the Bottle song, because that was stuck in my head.
Yeah.
I showed up, and sure enough, it was like, oh yeah, we got this one. So that was fun. So yeah, we cut that one really quick, and I just did my part and kind of left, and then he was like, yeah, it's coming out this week. I was like, whoa, I didn't even know it was done. So it was pretty cool. I got to hear it around the same time everybody else. It was it's a fun song, so that was a good one.
Well, there's been a lot of people who Donnie calls them up, when he was doing the Winnebago tours, right? And maybe this song will end up being on
I think it is. He said this was the first one released from the next
volume 3.
Yeah. Yep.
So he called him up and said, hey man, I'm passing through, can you meet me, we talked about this song 17 years ago, I want to get together with you and record it, can you meet me at the Walmart parking lot?
Yeah.
And and they'll get in there and they'll bang it out, and he's like, okay, we're going to change this, we're going to change that, we're going to do this, whatever, and then, all right man, thanks, I'll see you down the road, and then like next week it's out there.
Yep, that's pretty much how it was, man. I was at a concert the night before, and man, I was a little hungover. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, I could have picked a better day probably, but
I know you
got to be a professional for a second.
Well, that's why I do a morning show, because my voice is a lot lower early in the morning. So.
It's by design, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
What is it? Really high at night?
No.
Yeah, I'm going to bed. Yeah, it's not like that, but
that's why I have to go in there in the controller and actually adjust it down.
Yeah, he manipulates his microphone.
I manipulate the microphone on the board.
That's all he can.
Hello, darling. Yeah.
Exactly.
So So who else? You've been working with any other people we know?
Yes. So this has been a cool year. I got a new song just came out today, actually. Which,
Yeah, we're going to debut.
yeah.
We're going to play that here.
Awesome. I'm excited because I didn't really promote it very well yet. So this is the start of my campaign. I've been gone too long to do any promotion, but been working with a lot of people this year. Jax Bowers, a lot. Him and I have been working a lot together, and we've been having a lot of fun, and we're looking forward to continuing to work together. But he is on a lot of the tracks on the new record. It's going to be out next month. I think he's on 6 or 7 out of 10 of them. And so he's on it. And then that song I put out last month called Everything's Beachy, I called in about every favor to every person that I knew on that, and got all 7 of those people on that track. So that was Brighton Stoll, Aubrey Wallet, Sonny Jim. I got to count them on my fingers, otherwise I forget people. Donnie Brewer, Jax Bowers. Oh, crap. Jonas Lawrence, Brian Ruby, and me. So eight of us.
Well, we had Brighton on. Was it last week?
Yeah,
we were talking about that.
Oh,
so,
cool. Yeah. That was a fun track, and it was cool because very few of us were ever in the same room for that song. So everybody recorded all their stuff at home and sent it to me, and then I produced it all at my little studio.
That's just cool how that can be done nowadays.
It's wild.
It really is.
So
And especially,
cool.
I mean, trying to get everybody's travel schedules aligned. It's a nightmare, and we're all scattered across the country. But that was cool. Mark and I just recorded a song. That was really the reason why I came up here. So he and I wrote a song a little while ago, and we just cut that in the studio. So I think he said that one might be out in like August. So Mark Mulch and Monallo, it's a good track.
Yeah.
And then I saw Beth Travers in the chat. I got to get home because I think I'm holding her up on her album. So I got to go home and get to work. Her and Dave asked me to do something for one of her songs. So I'm really excited to hop on their song with them too.
Oh,
So
that's awesome.
Well, we're fortunate that you haven't got too big yet, where you can at least stop by, and
I always stop by at Tiki. I got to stop by when I actually have more time because that pool looks pretty good out there.
It's really nice.
Everything is ready to go. I mean, I've been manager around here a long time, and every year it's like when we talked about remodeling that damn bathroom since February, and there was times where I was like, listen. The season's getting ready to open up. They're going to be drunks that just show up, and stuff has to be done, but we're pretty much ahead of schedule right now.
Yeah, we're good.
That's good. Yeah, it's looking good out there, guys. Yeah.
Well, speaking of him and Mark, of course, Glenn Soika says, I need tickets to be able to see that upstairs show.
Oh.
How do they go about getting them tickets?
All right, so Mark and I were just talking about this. They're technically live, but we haven't promoted them too much yet because between Mark and I and the room, it's a fun room, but it's tight.
It is tight.
I think we got 25 tickets that we're selling, and then maybe a handful of bleedovers or plus ones for him.
I believe you could do 30 in there.
I think that's what the max was.
Yeah.
So you got to act fast.
The tickets are up there. I'll say it here on Tiki Man Radio because it's the Tiki Man Songwriter Showcase, but manalomusic.com/tickets.
There you go.
There you go.
They're live.
So they will
But
go
the
quick
race
there.
is
So
on.
get on it, Glenn.
Yeah, absolutely. And Glenn, if you haven't been up there to
Glenn has been up there.
Did he go up there last
he
year?
Did.
Glenn, that's
He
actually
did.
where I met Glenn.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
That's right. That's
Glenn
right.
has been up there.
I
Yes.
was thinking that. Yeah,
I was
remember
talking
that.
to him up there last year.
That's
yeah.
very cool. That's
Yeah.
very cool. But it's funny, we were talking about how you can, not really manipulate, but people can do the track here and you do the track there and you kind of put it all together. I mean, we kind of discovered the same thing when we did during COVID in 2020, we did the showcase virtually. And we went around the country and, Robin Tricker played or whatever. And we had a producer that we hired that kind of taught us all this stuff, and they were in our ear. So we would, and we were 5 minutes ahead of the show before it went out, and so we could talk to the artist. Say, okay, we're going to come up to you in 4, 3, 2, 1, that kind of thing.
Yeah,
and
wow.
We had a Zoom thing going. It was crazy, and
It was awesome, is what it was.
we spent a month practicing with them to get it down pat, so it could be smooth when it all went live. And Of course, me and Brian would lie to each other. We'd say, man, we got this. This is going to be so much. This is going to be so cool, man. Nobody's ever done anything like this. And because that year the CMTs did it.
Okay, yeah.
Remember they had somebody playing on this stage, and they went all over Nashville.
Went coast to coast.
They stole our ideas. What they did. Right? And they did it that way, and then. And then I'd hang up with them. I'm like, man, we're so screwed. I don't know about this.
But it did work out really
Move
well.
ahead and look at us now. We're on TV.
Yeah.
I know. That's how we ended up on TV.
And here we are, 4 years
Yes.
down the road, and everything's just rolling right along, man. So a little effort, little work, you can accomplish anything.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a little byproduct of that whole shutdown was we all got a little better at technology and being able to communicate, and for not having to coordinate 7 people's travels all be in the same place was pretty nice. And we all got to keep playing shows during all that the lockdown stuff. So
you kind of wonder what's that going to do to the studios out there, because remember the days when they had videos of sessions in these studios with the Beach Boys or the Beatles, or you know what I mean, and they actually showed what went on in there in the studio itself. And nowadays, with everything being remote so that you can mix it together somewhere else, that those days are going to be over.
Yes and no. I think you still can't replace that feeling.
Well,
Yeah.
probably
You
might
When
be
you
right.
get the whole band together,
it's
yeah.
definitely more
It
business.
comes down to the dollars involved.
Yeah, it does. But if you have the time to get in there in the studio and actually do it, that's
I'm
irreplaceable.
certain.
But yeah.
What do you think about doing a live album sometime?
You can see into the future, Mr. So I got 4 little EPs. 2 of them are out already. One's coming out in July, and the other one's written. But I think I'm going to do that next one live. And this one is all my kind of beach songs that I wanted to be more full band sounding.
Yeah.
And the next one's going to be more campfire songs. My goal is to record it live, actually around a campfire.
Oh, that'd be great.
And invite
Yeah.
a small number of people to come hang out and just really.
There you go.
So we'll see. But yeah, that's my plan for next year.
I
So.
love those campfire sessions that people do. Because the music's so raw, so you
Exactly.
actually
Oh,
get to
it's
hear
great.
the music as it
Yeah.
really is.
Exactly.
Let me know. I'll hold up the applause sign.
There we go. There we go. Oh, you didn't want to stoke the fire? I'll get you one
I
of those
can do
like
that
blower
too.
things, But yeah, it'll be fun because that's more of the storyteller type songs. This record's coming out in July is more the fun summer songs. I want that to be out in the summer, and then next year I'll get to work on that. That's more of the sitting by a campfire, telling some story, raw kind of songs.
Nice.
It'll be
Well,
fun.
I remember when Zach Brown first came on the scene, and they played at Bonnaroo, and that really took them to the next level. That live album, those tracks from Bonnaroo, and that's when people started really, wow, this is pretty cool. What about big festivals like that, Bonnaroo and stuff like that?
Man, I just drove past Monallo twice. Man. I didn't know it was even in town. That's where that was my exit. That's where I grew up. Was exit 111 on 24, and I drove past there. I was like, man, there's a whole bunch of people in that field. I love the big festivals. Attending them, I love it. Haven't played any of the big ones yet, but would love to.
I tell you, another cool place for you to play would be the Caverns.
That's like been a bucket list item of mine. I haven't even been there to go see him, but I think that's the
Oh
coolest.
my gosh.
That's the coolest thing.
The acoustics in there for a concert is amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I've heard. And I was just talking to somebody down in Florida about it because they were asking about Tennessee, and I was like, you got to check this place out. Like,
Yeah.
I haven't been, but it looks so
Talk
cool.
about a unique venue, man.
Oh, that's awesome.
It is
Such a
super
good
cool.
idea.
How far away from here is it?
About an hour,
About an hour.
I think.
Yeah, an hour and a half, maybe. You
somewhere
got
around there.
Chattanooga traffic. It's 4 hours.
Well, it'll take you an hour to get up 24, so
Yeah. Well, since we're debuting this new song, now this is called Slide, right? I had to kind of
Starting to slide.
Starting to slide.
Start to slide.
It says Monallo Slide master.
Yep. That's how you know it's real, man.
Yeah, I got this like yesterday or whatever the hell it was he sent me, and I'm like, okay, what's it? And I had to listen to it. I'm like, I think it's called Slide. So it's called Starting to Slide.
Starting to
right?
slide. Yep.
All right. Well, let's play that, and we'll follow that up with the one with Donnie Brewer as well. Was it Ship in a Bottle?
Yep. I had to think about that one too.
That's when you know you're busy. When you're like, yeah, oh yeah, that one, yeah. I forgot
Fun
about that.
fact: both of these have Jax Bowers on them too.
Awesome.
Well, Alan Jax Bowers, man, what a talent and
He's the man.
energy
He is.
that he has. And happy Father's Day to Alan Jax Bowers. I think he has 27 kids, right?
No, he
As
says
of now. No, he's saying they got some family time up there.
Yeah, they're having a good time.
He's having a good time, so that's great.
All right, here we go. Brand new. And let's see, you're starting to slot Monallo here in the studio, Chocolate Bar Studios. You're listening to Tiki Man Radio. If you listen to us on the radio, if you want to see our ugly faces, you can go over to the YouTube channel, and we're streaming live on the Island J Live Cam. If you're out there, watch us on YouTube, please like the video. That helps us out tremendously with our YouTube audience. All right, here we go.
Blue water down below, flying to an island just south of Mexico. Not a cloud in the sky. All the seagulls wave as the plane passes by. Up ahead I see the reef, I see the waves all looking back at me. But as the pilot guides us down, I get the sinking feeling like a ship that's run aground. Well, you said that you don't know. You said you never seen this before. Oh no, this could be goodbye. We touched down, but now we're starting to slide. Oh, goodbye, this could be goodbye. Oh, goodbye. Well, the plane came in too hot. Down a short runway into the parking lot. I watched the palm trees go by. My mind is racing, so I looked into the sky. Well, you said that you don't know. You said you never seen this before. Oh no, this could be goodbye. We touched down, but now we're starting to slide. Oh, goodbye, this could be goodbye. Oh, goodbye. Well, the plane came to a stop. I ran to the runway bar and I downed a couple shots. Felt the warm breeze on my skin. Just thankful to have made it to paradise again. Yeah, well, you said that you don't know. You said you never seen this before. Oh no, this could be goodbye. We touched down, but now we're starting to slide. Oh, goodbye, this could be goodbye. Oh, goodbye, yeah, we'll slide. Oh, we'll slide. 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 Goodbye.
Hey, this is Monallo, and you're living on Island Time with Tiki Man Radio.
I'm a ship in the bottle. Can't you see? I'm a ship in the bottle, lost at sea. A tiny ship in the bottle, and all I need is somebody to pop my top and let my spirit free. Got the feet of a gypsy, the grass won't grow. I need to be moving on down the road. Don't wanna be tied up, I need to go, go, go. And I'm only to ride the boat, but I'm a ship in a bottle. Can't you see? Yeah, I'm a ship in a bottle, lost at sea. A tiny ship in a bottle, and all I need is somebody to buy my top and set my spirit free. So I get carried away, burning the candle at both ends of my friends. I say that ain't the way. I wanna be free like the wind, free to make a change like a season, free living like a rhyme with no reason. I'm bleeding, I'm needing someone to pull me out of the deep end, so I can break out and roll with the flow of the waves. 'Cause I'm a ship in the bottle, can't you see? I'm a ship in the bottle, lost at sea. A tiny ship in the bottle, and all I need is somebody to buy my top, set my spirit free. Let it be, set my spirit free. Let him breathe. Yeah. So, don't get carried away. Burning the candle at both ends of my friends. I say that ain't the way. You gotta be free like the wind, free to make a change like the season, free living like a rhyme with no reason. I'm pleading, you're needing someone to pull you out of the deep end. Let your spirits free. Let your spirit free. Yeah. Let your spirits free. Yeah. Yeah. You gotta let it breathe. Set your spirit free. Let 'em breathe.
There we go, Ship in a Bottle. And
Love it.
Johnny Brewer, and man, the debut of Slide, starting to slide, right?
That's right. I call it Slide too, though, so I get where you're coming from there.
Yeah, I think we should just call it Slide.
I think so too. You know, a lot of my song names only had one word to them, so I was trying to be more adventurous, and then
Yeah.
then I forget what I named them. So
I like the line where it says "coming in hot."
coming in hot.
Coming in hot.
hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a true
In
story
the
song.
parking lot.
Yeah, it's a true story. It's the first flight I took
doggone.
down to Belize, and on that little minivan-sized plane, and it was my first trip. I didn't know what to expect, and we're coming down the runway, and the pilot had to do like this skid stop back and forth because he came in too hot. And I looked over at my one uncle that I was going down there with. I was like, "This is how it normally does it?" He's like, "I've never seen him do this before."
Why is this plane drifting the corner? Yeah.
I was like, "Why am I looking down the runway right now? I should be seeing trees on the side. I shouldn't be seeing the."
I've never seen a plane land sideways like this before. This is different. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think, and we've talked about this before, but early on, I mean, you were heavily influenced by like Jack Johnson or whatever, right?
Yes.
So you can tell a lot of that in your music.
Yeah, so I think as I continue to kind of grow, my vocals is becoming more of my own, but the guitar playing and the music, I learned how to play guitar by listening to Jack Johnson, and I think that's just how I play guitar now. That's just how I've always played guitar, so I think that's always going to be there. But then the vocal comes in and out. Some songs sound more similar or less similar to that, but because I like his music a lot, but then I like a lot of like folk songwriter
Me
vocals
too.
as well. So it kind of is a blend of those. Yeah. So
Well, like a lot of artists out there that you have that recognizable voice.
Yeah,
As soon as you hear a song, you're like, that's Monallo.
Yeah,
I mean, there's no doubt about it. Couldn't be anybody else but you.
and that's really cool
So-
because I've sounded the same to myself for a while, so I didn't realize that I was doing anything different. So he told me that recently. I was like, oh, that's cool. I didn't know.
As soon as you hear it, you know, even when you're in the background, it's like you can pick your voice out.
that's
so
awesome.
So we're at that point. Yeah, you have that recognizable
I love
voice.
to hear it. Yeah, man, I appreciate it.
Well, I mean, for me, we were doing, what was we doing? We were doing a benefit for the hurricane that happened down in Florida.
Yeah.
And we had turned over our YouTube channel to Trop Rock Strong. And I think Boomer Blake and Donnie Brewer and all of them were kind of heading that whole thing up. And it was spotty at best. Internet was spotty at best because you were in your backyard and it was like, man, I don't know if I got internet or not, you know.
Yeah.
And so we were all trying to do best we could. The whole point was trying to bring awareness and raise money for everybody that was affected by the hurricane. But in that video, they had you, and I immediately reached out to you. I'm like, man, I never heard of you before, but I love what you're doing, and that's kind of how we got to know each other.
Yeah, that was honestly, I had talked to Donnie a little bit before because he had found one of my songs online, but I didn't know anybody or anything about this. And then I was set to play his thing in Sarasota at the end of October, but then the hurricane hit early, and he's like, oh, come do this thing. And I was like, man, I don't know when I'm going to get power internet back. So I just recorded on my phone. I had to drive like 30 minutes to the closest Dunkin' Donuts. And shout out to Dunkin', I guess. And then I was waiting for it to send, and it finally sent. And I was like, hopefully it works. And but it was cool. I was happy to be a part of that. And you guys reached out right after that. I was very appreciative. But that was my first really kind of
on the scene there,
thrown into it all. Yeah.
Now look, you're in the family, working with everybody.
I'm in the family. I'm happy to work with anybody all the time, man. That's what it's all about,
Well, Alan Jax Bowers, I mean, he is getting to be, he's a big fan of Tiki Man Radio, and he's one of our sponsors as well. And we just encourage everybody that, if you're trying to take your music to the next level, reach out to him because he definitely will. He's got a lot of insight into how he can pick up on a song just like that.
Oh, he really can. But hey, let's not promote him too hard though, because I kind of like working with him. And we want to keep him busy enough where he's got a job, but I want him to myself too. So
You may be right. Yeah, Alan Jax, he's all right. Yeah, he's okay. Yeah.
No, he's a great dude, and I'm doing an album release show in the middle of July, July 12th, down in Southwest Florida, and we're gonna play as a duo, which is awesome because he was on most of the tracks, and so I'm looking to play more band type shows and not do as many solo stuff going forward, and so that's kind of a good start to that. So we're really excited to play as a duo for the release show.
Well, that's a lot to really kind of wrap your hand around when you're like, okay, man, maybe I need to put a band together. Who would I choose? Who's available? You can always kind of play with this person or that person or this person's band or whatever, but having your own band is probably the next step, right?
Working towards it. Yeah, Jax has been a big help. So he's got some people in mind, and we'll look out for 25. We'll see.
Yeah, if he's not playing in Venice or somewhere like that, then he might be able to help you out. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. We got to keep him busy, but we can't keep him too busy. I need a couple dates out of the year. But he's great to work with.
That's cool, man. So you got these songs, and so you kind of dangled that EP thing. When do you think that's going to come out?
Yeah, so first of all, the next full record will be out in, or I guess it's still technically an EP, I guess. I don't know. It's on that, all of them kind of walk that fine line if you get down to brass tacks of how many seconds and minutes are on it. But so that'll be out in July, and I'll say it now. Heck, it's going to be called Songs from the Sand, and
nice.
That's breaking news right there. I never even.
All right.
Wait a minute now. We got breaking news.
That's the first time I said it out loud.
We got to do it this way. We got to. Breaking news from our studio desk. We have Monallo in the house with breaking news of his new album coming out, and it's going to be called what?
It's going to be called Songs from the Sand.
Song of the Sand. There we go.
Yeah, so that one will be out in July, and so I had like 18 songs, 20 songs ready to go, and I grouped them into two groupings: the campfire sounded songs and the beach songs. And because of my like recent entry into the beach world, I was like, well, I should get these songs out first now to actually have some good beach music to put out there. And I've been very fortunate that some of my other songs have been categorized and brought into the genre, but I didn't have is still more kind of folky songwritery. So that'll be out in July, and then next year I'll be looking to do the live recording of that one, and that one's going to be called Around the Fire. We already know that.
Yeah,
and that'll complete my little 4 EP thing, which would be an elemental series, because it was by the sea, so you got your water in the clouds, you got your air from the sand, you got your earth, and then around the fire.
Look at him.
This thing's been, I started that in 2020, so it's been 4 years. It'll be 5 years before it's all done. So, and then after that, maybe we'll do another album. I don't know. We'll see how tired I am.
Well, it seems like things are. I mean, you probably sat around. Let's go back to that video you made for the hurricane. And you had all these ideas about what you wanted to do or whatever, and then here we are a little further down the road. I mean, is things going pretty much the way you planned it, or is it just being more surprising that people have embraced you the way they have?
A little bit of both, because it's always surprising when people embrace you, and that part's been amazing. But this is what I've always wanted to do. So in my head, I've always dreamt and had this vision. But then the surprising part is that people are actually listening to songs, and it's crazy when somebody, it's getting to the point where I'm starting to play songs and I see people mouthing some words. I'm like, oh crap, you guys, you guys care enough to like, and now I'm like, I better pay a little attention, because my memory's okay, but
you screw up the song, they're gonna know it.
It's my own song. Nobody knew before. You screw up Wagon Wheel, they're gonna know that. But you screw up one of your own songs, like, nobody's gonna know. You're like, oh man, I think.
Well, I mean, to me, you've got House Concert written all over you, and I mean, that would be something to start in Florida and work your way all the way to California and back, doing house concerts. That's really the bread and butter of the trop rock community is house concerts, and really that's what the Ready Room is. That's a house concert, because people are first of all, they're sitting in couches, they're very comfortable, and it's kind of a laid back atmosphere, so the artist can actually talk about the song and how it came about or whatever. And you had Jack Bowers up there with you when you did that.
I did last year. That was really cool.
Maybe we need to quit talking about him. Everybody's going to
know.
Everybody's like, I got to hire this guy.
He's going to have 1,000 emails when he checks, and he's going to be busy for the next 3 years.
I'm contractually obligated to talk about my buddy, No,
it's great. He's a good dude, but I love the house concert vibe. I've been playing a bunch of them, and I still have a couple more to go. I'm doing one Thursday, actually, in Cleveland, Ohio. That'll be fun, and I love it because I get to tell the stories and have some fun with it, and it's very song focused, and so I like those a lot. And then I'm looking to kind of mix in some of the bigger events and festivals and stuff, and have a nice blend of solo stuff and band stuff going forward, because it's fun to play in a band for a crowd. It's you don't want to be on a big stage and being like, well, this was a song that made me sad. And
you don't want to do that.
If you're going that far north up into Ohio, you need to at least take some time to get over to Put-in-Bay. Check out Put-in-Bay.
I know. Everybody keeps saying that. I've never been to Put-in-Bay. I lived in Pittsburgh for 10 years, and all my family's up in Erie, Pennsylvania, and I've still never been over to Put-in-Bay.
It truly is Key West of the North.
That's what...
you totally get that vibe when you go over there.
But not in the wintertime.
So, not in the wintertime. Not in the winter. No. There's like, the Bering Strait of Alaska. It's just like,
you don't have to worry about the ferry. Then you just walk over.
Pretty much, snowmobile right across the ice.
Well, what about other style of music, jazz, country, that kind of thing? How do you? Are you just kind of like the vibe that you got going? Because I can imagine if Jack Johnson was like a mentor or influence early on or whatever, that beachy thing was kind of what you were shooting for.
Yeah, it was. I just like the relaxation. I like the groove. I like the groove a lot. You know, that's something that I'm always attracted to, more than specific genres. To me, I like being kind of genre fluid. Of this one, you know, like I don't consider myself to be overly country, but then a couple of songs like we were talking last year with B-Dog on their show that, you know, I got a couple songs with some steel guitar in them as well. That's pretty country. And, you know, this Everything Beachy song was written by a country artist out of Nashville, and we made it kind of country, you know, but I try and throw a little bit of groove in it. So that's what I look for first, is a good rhythm and a good groove that just kind of gets you swaying and bobbing along, and that's catchy. But really, I mean, any kind of music I'll dig, I'll listen to. You know, I pretty much, and we kind of go by coastal Americana, but we're really kind of genre free type radio, and because we have all mixes of type of music in the station, and it's really happy music. You know, it doesn't necessarily have to be a trop rock song or about a margarita on the beach. It can be an upbeat song or have a good message in it or whatever. It's about 10,000 songs in the station, and I've listened to every damn one of them. So, I mean, I try to be selective about it. Every once in a while you'll get an album, and, you know, people that release EPs seem to have better luck of getting those. If you choose your 4 best songs or your 5 best songs or whatever, those get a better chance than an album that has 13 or 15 songs on it. Right.
Yeah, songs get buried on an album.
Oh, absolutely.
Especially if you don't pull it out for a single. Yeah. You know, a good song could get left unnoticed.
Absolutely. It's a weird way of how it's changed, is people don't really listen start to finish anymore to albums. So, you know, this is Starting to Slide is the third song off of this one that started with He's Gone Coastal back in January, Beachy in May, and now, I just call them one word, and then now Slide today. And then the album's coming out in July, just because I want the songs are summer songs. People find some good beach songs, but I'm going to continue to feature one song a month and treat them as singles rather than as a whole album, just because otherwise they get buried, like you said. And there's some good stuff on there, you know? Yeah,
absolutely. But always remember that if you release something that you know, it doesn't necessarily have to be your normal thing or whatever. If you've got something that you're
like
trying
your
to
campfire.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
We'll play it.
You guys will get the campfire songs for sure.
Damn well, it'll be on the playlist.
I would say,
love it.
It might be campfire theme, but it's still Monallo, which is the good vibe, easy listening, you know, good tune to hang out and.
Your music's the type of when you've had a bad day, you just need to pour yourself a drink, sit down, turn on Monallo, and just close your eyes and breathe, and you make everything okay. Your voice is so relaxing.
Somebody once tried to critique me and call me Jack Johnson Light, and I didn't know if he was trying to insult me or not, but I took it as, you know, that Jack Johnson was too heavy metal and he had a hard day, so he came home, he's like, Banana Pancakes is hurting my ears when I listen to that Monallo guy. He'll calm me down.
I do love Banana Pancakes.
I do too.
Yeah, it's a great song.
It is.
It's one of the first, I believe it's one of the first songs I remember recognizing Jack Johnson was that album that came out with Banana Pancakes on it.
Yellow one. I can't remember the name of it, but it was just the yellow cover, and that was the one where I knew that one start to finish and finish to start, and
Well, I know you got to get on the road, man. We want to get a picture with you here in the studio. So we're going to get Larice and Alex, and then we'll come in here. We'll get a picture with you. So everybody just stay where you're at. We'll get them to come in. What you got coming up next?
All right, so busy summer coming up. Thursday, I'm in Cleveland at a house show. It's going to be her first house concert, so just send me a message on social media, Instagram or Facebook, if you want to come to that in Cleveland. Friday, I'm in my parents' hometown in Northeast Pennsylvania at a little winery there called Cellar 54. And word on the street is I'm going to have my own wine coming out.
Oh. Wait a minute.
This is breaking.
That's more breaking news.
I'll tell you what, man. I've been so busy.
Wait a minute. All right, back in the news desk here, we have another breaking news. There might be some Monallo wine for that mellow time sitting around the campfire. Monallo wine.
So, James, is it going to be a red wine or is it going to be?
I knew that was going to come. You know,
so
here we go.
It's going to be a white because
it's going to be a white. So we can call it
again more breaking
Monallo
news.
Yellow.
Monallo, yeah. Monallo Yellow, like Mellow Yellow?
Yeah.
I'm in it. I like it.
Yellow.
I like it. I like it. But I got a song on the new album. It's going to be called Sunshine and Chilled Wine. And so I wanted a white wine you can just drink.
Chill it.
Just chill it. And I work with the Plastic Ocean Project, the nonprofit group out of North Carolina that works to clean up the oceans. So $1 from every bottle sold is going to go to them. So I'm really excited about that. But
wow.
The wine's going to be called Tides. It's going to be a semi-sweet, I think, white wine out of Northeast Pennsylvania. And my cousin is actually the vintner. So
very
he and I
nice.
work together.
Nice. That's very
it's
cool.
a family-owned winery by my cousins up there, and we all work together on it. So it's really cool.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah.
Damn, man.
That's
Well,
really
I was
exciting.
going to say that we could get you up at Reggae Wines because they have artists that play at the winery as well.
Be competing.
But now he's got his own thing worked out. I started to say, since they Easily Winery's been around for 40 years or whatever, and they might be, if you're looking, get to have that contact.
Oh, yeah.
No matter what you're doing, you got to have somebody to talk to.
I'm not exclusive with wineries. I'm in Pittsburgh on Saturday, and I'm playing Pittsburgh Winery, and I won't brag to them too much that I already have my own wine with a different winery, but I keep my winery options open.
If we could get you up to Indiana there for the Easley Winery, then maybe you could get on Ed and Pat's show on Monday night or something.
That'd be awesome.
He's going to be sitting there doing a show and be like, all right, you can go over and get my merch. You can get T-shirts, CDs, and wine.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah, but it's a good summer. A lot of good shows coming up. The album release show with Jax is a big one on Friday, July 12th, because that's a ticketed small listening room thing as well. So if you're in Northport, Venice, Fort Myers, Florida, grab those. Then heading to see you guys in November. Tiki Man Songwriter Showcase. That'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And new music coming out. I've just been loving it all, man. It's been great. Before you do mute me, I gotta say Happy Father's Day to my dad, my stepdad, and my father-in-law. And all the dads out there.
Congratulations.
Yeah, Happy Father's Day to everybody out there.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, you're headed back. You want to sleep in your own bed for a change, and it's been 2 or 3 weeks since you've been home.
It's gonna be nice.
Yeah. Well, all right, Monallo, man, I can't thank you enough for making the time to come by here, and we're big fans of you, and you've always got a home here at Tiki Man Radio.
I'm big fans of you guys too, and Tennessee is a special spot in my heart, and anytime I'm through here, I'll swing through. So thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
All right, well, we're going to get a quick picture with you right quick because I know you got to get on the road, and make sure you follow Monallo wherever he's at. If you want to reach out to him about a house concert, if he's not too damn busy, he might reach back out to you, all right?